Hello, everyone. Hi, labs. Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Us Americans got. Wait, hold on. I gotta look at the calendar. That I know it's true, but I can't. It can't be. Oh, us Americans, we got Thanksgiving this week. Where does the time go? My goodness. Canadians had their Thanksgiving a month or two back. British people, I guess you aren't thankful for anything. But Monday. I mean, it's Monday. Well, I guess the one good thing about Thanksgiving is well, I was going to say less of a work week, but can we really call this a real job? You don't have to answer that. Yeah, we're drawing today. Let us. So we got ads starting in a few minutos. So in the meantime, let's spin some wheel. Let's spin some wheel. Let me get the wheel ready for spinning. Get it nice and greased up so it spins you know, spins nice and freely. Okay, so what are we gonna listen to today? You know, it's almost like making this the largest percentage will have it win most of the time. Hey, it's my favorite. It's my favorite playlist, so you know we gotta juice the odds a little bit. Okay, so you go there. And then, well, we got ads in a minute, but we can come here for now. We finally finished the werewolf picture last time, so now we are going to go back to our previous ongoing project that is, howdy, of course, partner. Howdy, the Greek mythological creatures that I want to finish. And I forgot about this, but upon opening the file, I left myself a note to myself. Don't get caught in the weeds. Speedrun. Thumbnail these MRFers. That's what we're going to do. I know I've done like one per stream because I get caught up in the weeds, but we're gonna see how many we can speedrun today. And let's see. All right, ads start in just a minute, so let's go over there, I suppose. A little commercial break. Oh man, this brings me back. All right, so let me see. Change the label on the television. Oh no, that's a little too long for the label. Can't forget the most important thing, turn the hat around. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Okay, that is a reskin of the other van. Well, no, maybe not. Oh, I need to look into this now. Pound Puppy's van. Okay. Well, commercial break should be over, so I'm gonna take you all along on this journey with me into this delightful little glimpse into what it's like being me. All right, so Pound Puppy's van. Let's find a good picture. Already, but conceptually it's very similar. Okay, so all right, this is a pretty good. So here's the Pound Puppies van that we just saw the commercial for. Yeah, let's van mode as well. All right, and then Micro Van City, which I still maintain is the greatest toy of all time, or at the very least, greatest playset. Oh, I always forget they remade this and the. All right, let's see. Let's get a good picture for this one. I don't remember. I still have it. I can see it from where I'm sitting, but I can't remember if I had two or not. I feel like another one showed up at some point. I guess what's the most similar to this Pound Puppy picture? Similar angle. Okay. This'll work. Let's zoom in. Drink that. Okay, I'll put you there. All right, and here is super. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to make. Did not intentionally get two pictures with very similar gray backgrounds. You in there, and then you can be. And let's get a picture. Van mode. I see it on. Oh, geez, that is way too big. Jen's on like a work call right now, so I wonder if she's looking at the screen, like muted, and being like, "What the hell is he doing?" All right. All right. You can see conceptually they are very similar. And just from a mechanical standpoint, why I thought it was the same. Yeah, when the commercial came on, they showed a dog on like this part, and I saw that and I was like, "Oh, that is the exact same toy." Like repainted and stuff, because over here it's got like the same, it's like a ramp, then like when it folds up, the ramp goes like under the straight part, but we can see there are a lot of differences. Like the shape, I mean, yeah, like the van has this like curvy bit, and you can actually, where does this piece come from? Because, all right, so in both of them, this is the front, like this piece. So this is the bottom, these are the two sides. This is the top. So this must, oh, okay. So you can see the hinges here. So this folds closed and like sits here. And then when that closes up, it's tucked in the side. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, conceptually very similar, but they are different enough. But I am curious if it is made by the same. Actually, yeah, let's see if it is made by the same company. Right, that was made by Micro Machines. Who owned Micro? Oh, Galoob. I knew that. Well, Hasbro bought them, but they at the time it would have been Galoob. Pound Puppies. Who made Pound Puppies? Tonka. Oh, Wikipedia has like company, Tonka, Hasbro, Playmates, Galoob, Jack Specific. A lot of people made Pound Puppies. Actually, let's do Pound Puppies Galoob and see if the van comes up. Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, it looks like it is the same company. So I bet they did have like similar um like machinery. Like, I don't know. I don't know enough about how toys are actually made. I'm trying to look at like the little like the interlocking joints to really see if it's the same model, and they do look pretty different. This has like two of them that go up pretty far. And then these have like a few like pretty shallow ones. And then here there's like these two buttons that you have to push in to open it. Whereas on this one it looks more like it's just like a little latch that like it's hard to explain. Like this is a separate piece. But this is like built in, like this is part of the roof. So, yeah, very interesting. Trying to look at the tires too. Yeah. Yeah, definitely different like models, but conceptually very similar. That's interesting. So, that's the type of stuff my brain gets caught up on. Actually, fun random fact. So, like I said, this was the best playset ever made. Because, I mean, look, you got a whole city. I really want to, with all my, like, crafting and 3D printing and everything, I would love to, like, recreate this. Not one for one, because, like I said, I do still have the toy with most of the pieces intact. I don't have the bridge anymore. I think the gas station is probably gone. But, like, a slightly more realistic version, like, as far as, like, proportions and everything, because scale is all over the place. You can see like up here and like this little door, like that's like one like person scale. But then like you have these stadiums with like way tinier people, and I mean I guess the scale's not that bad, but like this is obviously supposed to be like dock for boats, but like it would be tiny if it were in the same scale. And like this building also is way smaller than it should be, and I mean, it's a kid's toy. I'm not going to nitpick a kid's toy too much, but I do love it, and I do want to like recreate a bigger version of it someday. That was today's first little follow the ADHD sidetrack. Actually, fun. Speaking of sidetracks, here's another sidetrack while I get the music going. One of the first things that like convinced me to start looking into ADHD, because I think I might have it. I was watching a video on YouTube by a person I like, and it was about their experiences with like discovering they had ADHD and getting tested and stuff. And one of the things I distinctly remember this. One of the examples they gave in the video, it might have even been like how the video started or like one of the early parts, but they were like, it's 2 a.m. and I'm reading on the Wikipedia article about all the different vampire clans in the Vampire the Masquerade setting. I don't care about Vampire the Masquerade at all. And like, that is like, it so clicked with me, because I do the same thing. Like, oh, I want to like this thing I don't care about, but like I'm gonna read the lore about it anyway. You know, like, man, brains are weird. But yeah, so that was like the first little domino hitting the big domino of like me getting tested. So that's fun. Brain loves to go on little tangents. All right, but now, almost half an hour into stream, we're gonna actually start. All right, like I said to myself, past me, don't get caught up in the weeds. Speed run thumbnail these effers. So we'll do sketch pen. We can just... All right. We're probably not going to get through all of them today. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically 7 because Typhon and Echidna are 2 people. Let's see if we can get... All right, I would like to try and get all 6 done today, but I think my reasonable estimate goal for today is going to be 3 of them. 4 if we're like... All right, we're going to really try. So let's... All right, first... We're not even going to pick. We're just going to go in order. The Eumenides. Just let me get a quick refresher. The Eumenides, Greek for the kindly ones. I will continue explaining when I actually look them up. Is another name. Yes. Okay. I always get the Furies and the Fates mixed up sometimes. Yes. The Eumenides are also known as the Furies. They're also called the Erinyes, which... What does Erinyes mean? Erinyes? It might just mean, like, those from Erinyes? I don't know. Not that important. Oh, actually, unless they're... Ooh, etymology. Should have just gone to the etymology section. The word Erinyes is of uncertain etymology. Connections with the verb orin... Yeah, I should... no. Orinane, to raise, stir, excite, and the noun eris, strife, that would make a lot of sense, have been suggested. The word Erinyes in singular as a theonym... oh, it's like the name of a deity. All right, so not... Whatever. All right, so Erinyes doesn't really mean anything. It's just what they're called. But Eumenides, fun fact, means the kindly ones or the gracious ones. Because basically the idea was that, like, they are kind of similar to how a lot of cultures and, like, to avoid saying it, shape-changing creatures in Native American mythology, how a lot of times you're not supposed to say the name of the creature because it will, like, draw their attention and stuff. Eumenides was kind of the same thing. You know, the idea was, like, basically call them the nice ones in the hopes that, like, they don't target you with their wrath. But yeah, basically basically their purview was people that broke oaths, so they weren't like... It wasn't like a crime free-for-all, like, punishing anyone. It was, like, specifically people that broke their oaths. And I think there was even a story about, like, one of the gods breaking an oath and, like, the Furies coming to, like, threaten them or something. I forget exactly. Usually they're mostly depicted as ladies. A lot of times with wings. Alright, so... Yeah. Scary lady with wings. I think... Oh, actually, for that, let me check. I don't want to be too derivative of D&D, because I think they do, like, dragon wings and, like, whips or something. Let me check really quick. D&D, are they just called Erinyes in D&D? Yes, they are. So yeah, they're, like, much more classic, like... So this is, like, the D&D version. Very interesting wing shape. It's like feathers, but the actual, like, anatomy of it is like a bat, like, dragon wing. Huh. That's an interesting mix. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something not too much like this, but a lady with a weapon and some form of wing. I also don't want him to do too bird-like, because then it's like harpy territory, or siren for that matter. Even though a lot of nowadays depictions of sirens are more like fish. Stop reminding me about Windows 11, computer. I'm not gonna do it. You already told me my computer can't even do it anyway. Computers, am I right? All right. So let's layer. And I'm just calling them Humanities instead of Erinis or Furies because I think it sounds cooler. Alright, so let's see, thumbnail. So could do like the old feather cape. But that really doesn't say anything about them because I kind of have like the wings and the weapon in here. I had an idea earlier. Oh, it was kind of like, oh, okay. So what if it's something like I do need to do more human studies, but for thumbnailing, I think this will be. The feet need work, but we're thumbnailing. We're doing quick. Doesn't have to be perfect right now. Kind of want them, all right, to be looking up. Oh boy. I gotta find it now. There was a good meme recently about like, if I can find it, drawing like faces from different perspectives. Drawing meme? Will that... Oh. Carrot. Okay. Jen, hello. How has it been 5 months? My goodness, thank you. We were just talking about perspective. I know. I mean, I'm sure you're telling chat more than me. Talking about perspective. I might have shown you, Jen, this meme, but for everyone else, why are they all like super? All right, I think this is this the original? The caption. All right, so all the achievements. I can't find a proper version with the caption, but the caption is practice drawing faces in a different angle, but it looks kind of weird. No shame to whoever drew this, because I would not even try drawing someone from that angle because I cannot. But this pose just made me think of that. We got the overlapping sound potential. Well, I could do overlapping sounds before. The only thing I changed was pressing the same button. They cannot either. No, I never want to like really make fun of someone's art, because even if it's bad art, the fact that you're like doing art is still great. You know, the only way to get better is to practice. So I'm never gonna like shit on someone's art. And yeah, perspective is really hard. Yeah, it's got a lot of good elements. But that's why I kind of want her to be looking up. But like, oh boy, maybe nose there, chin there. They missed a line from jaw to ear. Yeah. They definitely missed a few things. It's like, this is okay. And be like the cheek or the eyes, whatever. Jen, if you didn't see, oh no, Oh, you know what we'll do? We can actually do this. Copy that. Close this. Don't save. Reopen. My message to myself from last time. Don't get caught in the weeds. Speedrun. Thumbnail these evers. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to see how many we can do today without getting caught in the weeds. And first, we are doing the humanities. Do
it, lady.
Do it, lady. Which you might remember because I think we had the classes where we would have talked about this. We had together the humanities. Was the nickname for? I think it was Euripides. And actually, for that matter, I don't actually remember because there's a trilogy. I think the one we read was Orestes, but one of them is called Humanities. Yeah. And their name means the kindly ones because the idea is to like call them nice so they don't. Yeah, I figured. But I think it is actually. Now I gotta check. You brought it up, so now I gotta check. Orestes trilogy. If you what I was saying is I think you were in this class where we read this because I think it was the tragedy class. We read one of the trilogies, so Agamemnon, the Libation Bearers, and the Eumenides. So I think the Eumenides is the one we read, and it's basically like Orestes after he gets vengeance on the people that kill his dad Agamemnon, and like the Furies are like coming for him. Which like honestly I don't remember much of the plot either. The thing I most remembered was calling them like the kindly ones. Like with the thought that they wouldn't, they'd be a little more favorable to you if you didn't call them like the mean old hags, But yeah, I think that was the class where I learned that. Thought you might also remember that. Yeah, exactly. Now that there's no pressure, you can just read them for fun. I mean, we've still got at least all the ones we read in class. Right, so I was thinking something like, I'm gonna look up a bird flying up. Flying up. Eurydice. Sure. I don't think we're. I want to do something like. Let's see, bird wings are kind of like. Well, there's different kind of bird wings, I guess. The one I've drawn the most is like a condor or a vulture because those are kind of easier to draw. But not quite the shape I want for this creature. Smaller, faster birds have more like a smooth, pointy wing. Can't picture birds of prey off the top. Birds of prey wing shapes. Let's see. Oh, they are kind of similar. Kind of like boxy. Okay, here's this. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Like very. I don't want to. I like the falcon because it's sleek and fast. So always such an interesting shape because like the feathers like change direction, you know? It's like here they're like going down, and then the closer you get to the edge, they go more diagonal. So it's always kind of a like tricky thing to draw, especially if you're doing it in like different angles. Getting caught in the weeds though. Not. Oh, and then so this should be more like once it's there, it should go. No, I don't like that. Let's just lift the wings, connecting here. So that. Okay, now we're cooking. I like that. You know what? We're just gonna do this. Remember, there's nothing wrong with copying. You're copying yourself. Also, it's the easiest way to get symmetry. Forgot to rename. That. Her like little. Instead of redrawing them, let's a little longer. General. That looks better. Start lower. This part of the torso is like always the hardest for me to draw. Not strictly difficulty, but like understanding the proportions of humans. Like I feel like this is the spot I always mess up the most. All right, so they're flying up. I think I want arms to be more angled. They vary a lot to be, yeah, that's true. But even like things like if I'm drawing like the torso, I can kind of get like the rough proportions, or like I'm not good at this, but if you're drawing a face, there's like I will say I think my side profile is a little better, even though I can never. But like things like I feel like Julia Androfsky talks about like the formulas, like the eyes are halfway, and then like the mouth is, you know, whatever distance. Like there's a lot of sort of like little mental formulas to things, and like to get the proportions and everything. And I feel like that's what I struggle with a lot. Like legs are pretty easy now, like quick little foot. And then, but yeah, then when I get up here, it's like also just like the shape and position of stuff. I'm always thrown. And it's like, how high up do the legs go? And then like, is there space there? You know, like, because like I think, to be fair, I think this is something a lot of people do if they don't study a lot of anatomy. But like, I kind of want to go right from the legs to the torso. You know, like, but there is more space there. Just another thing I gotta work on. What do I want them to be wearing? maybe dressed in black. I feel like that feels appropriately furious. Ooh, maybe like a black mummy. I like that. And then I kind of wanted to do a whip, but since that's the same thing D&D does, oh, you know what we'll do? We'll do a sick flail. If you do not draw motion lines without making a sound effect, whew, you're doing it wrong. I guess this hand would be angled more, holding it. So the hand will be like there. I don't want it. I feel like with the motion of it flying up, I feel like something like a straight line would be the most realistic, but like it's kind of boring. But I'm just trying to think. That might be cool, kind of like opposite the angle of the wings. But then it does kind of take away from the symmetry I liked with the wings. You know, we're not getting lost in the weeds. Ooh, that works. That works. And then it should have like crazy hair. And then let's see. I'm not going to draw all the feathers, but I just kind of want to get the general idea of the shape in there. I'm going to look up falcon. Okay. There's usually like a ridge of thing. There's no like. Alright, I'm gonna call that one done for now. We are thumb almost combined thumbnailing and speed running. We're thumb running. We're speed nailing. Alright, centaurs. Can do a half decent horse from memory, but running horse reference. Weirdly enough, like I don't care about horses, but I feel like I've drawn them so many times for like random reasons that like I've actually got a pretty good sense of like their head is like their head is two circles. I am looking at reference for this, but this is pretty much how I draw them. The top circles, the line connects, the bottom line what am I saying? The top line connects at the top of the circles, the bottom line doesn't, because you gotta get the little shape there. And then yeah, you got the ears. And then it does kind of help that they're so like not gaunt, but like they're well defined, so you can like really see their bones and muscles a lot. Like they have the super strong jaw. tube. And then their feet are pretty easy to draw too, because it's like just draw circles and then do like little convex lines between them. You know. All right, but let's. All right, horse running. Which of these poses would look good with a man on top? Ooh, actually. Size Ev. Okay, you know. There. Rename this. Or and I just saw your text. You're so ahead of schedule. Alright, so I don't know why I kept the head. We don't need the head where we're going. I know head. We'll do the leg. Because even though I can kind of draw horses, I cannot necessarily pose them. Would have been done. Well, whatever. Just let me compliment you, fucking loser, nerd, dweeb. Rude. You don't want to accept compliments? That's what you get. All right. I don't know what was just on my screen, but I brushed it off. Okay, so this one should go here. Oh, wait. Oh, that's weird that the hooves are like the same height. Oh, I think I'm gonna start with the hoof. Oh. Okay, so. Yeah. I'm gonna have to move this closer to the body, but I just want to get the shape down. This needs to be bigger. There you go. I feel like that's another one of the big like learning curves when you get into drawing is like figuring out where everything goes relative to each other. And like I feel like that's one of the big reasons people do like the grid drawing where like you know you make two grids that are the same size. Excuse all the diagonal lines. I mean, granted, you're the proper method is doing the grid before you start drawing, but then you can be like, once everything's the same size, you can be like, okay, so this line goes to the corner of this square, and like halfway through that square, and then you do that in the bigger square, or the drawing square. It's like, okay, so this goes through the corner, and then this one sort of goes half and half, and then that helps you like, because otherwise if you're freehanding it, it's easy to be like, well, like I was just doing with the hoof, undo, like this part could be perfect, but then you draw it like way too long or something, and then everything's out of whack. I feel like drawing everything good is one thing, and then drawing it good in like proportion, connecting to the right spots and everything is another. Even as it is, this leg looks too curvy. I guess just a little low. Oh yeah, because it kind of connects to that part of the arm. Okay. And then, like, this is another thing the grid would be good for, like how long the body goes, But hey, we're gonna eyeball it and we're gonna do our. There we go. Not too shabby, I'd say. This one. Overlaps with the other leg in a weird way. This is another good. Oh, okay, it doesn't overlap. Yeah, that's why we zoom in. I was thinking it was like this line and then this line basically like touching perfectly. Very annoying tangent. Okay, it's actually more out. some part of these angles are off. So let's see. Stuff is there. There. Oh, I forget those. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So this leg needs to be more down. Oh. Okay, so yeah, the angle is not quite. Well, let's move this part. Put you back in a minute. This should be. Yeah, it's more like. So now this one. Part, get the little notch. Okay. Maybe not much better. Still looks weird. So all right, let's visualize the other leg. So the leg is like this. So on the other side we got that. Well, presumably it's going. So maybe. Okay. So let's say we do something more like this. His leg is maybe a little bit of the knee, sort of a lower angle, and then on the side we can. Yeah, I feel like that makes a little more sense. Even though you can't see it in the original, it looks kind of weird drawing it. So, all right. Quick little. Don't need you anymore. All right. So where do we want? Actually, that's. I think. And centaurs are monsters. We don't want to do 100% horse, so let's do like a little like bony like rat tail. Make it a little more monster. For that matter too, and probably make it a little more. So let's make. Okay. It's kind of hard because horse is already pretty skinny. I think it gets the idea across. Okay. I feel like you see. Usually portrayed as archers, but do I feel like drawing a bow? Sorry, I was looking at some centaur pictures to see if anything out of me. Hmm. Nothing's really striking my fancy. So man, whenever any animals that are like hybrids, the part where they connect is always the hardest to figure. It's like this area is like shoulder. Like how do I turn the shoulder into hips? Oh well, never mind. I guess it's not. Mm, um, well, let me get the general size and shape of the guy, I guess, and then we can worry about how it connects because we're not getting in the weeds. We're speed running. Break already, my goodness. Implies when you keep getting sidetracked. How do I want this to? Like maybe the running pose wasn't the best choice. Oh god, so goofy. I don't even know what pose I want if he's running. Like, part of me kind of wants it to be like he's leaning into it and like arms back. Naruto run. Hmm. The centaur is not helpful because they're all like standing still and like straight up. So they are running. What did they do? Hmm. Even the running ones, they do kind of still just have them go upright. They all sort of just like... None of them really go forward. They all sort of like just end here and then like go up and sort of back a little bit before they do the torso. Well, ad's gonna start in a minute, so I feel like this is a good spot to take a sec, walk away, come back, look at it again. So yeah, stretch your legs, get a drink, get a snack, go potty, any of that good stuff. We will be back in just a few minutes. All right, what are we doing? What am I even doing here? Thumbnailing. Thumbnail. What do I... Is this unraveling? Is that what keeps falling on my screen? Oh! I can eat a burger from the king, but not one that rules me. Yeah. I can draw a human okay, but make the legs a horse and all of a sudden it's like I forgot what people look like. I don't know, doing the torso going back like this just makes me want to do... Hang on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's him running. Ooh. All right. There's also like the proportions, because like you do them too small. Looks pretty silly. But if you make it too big, well, if you make them too big, it also looks. Can you make it a? I don't want to, but I will. Are you happy? Are you happy now, Jen? Is this what you wanted? He's a thumb. You needed that. I didn't actually. Okay, actually, oh my god, I hate that kind of works for the
That's a penis.
No, you can't do that on something you asked for. That's entrapment. But like, I think the shape kind of works actually. So, I'm just gonna figure out what the. This is the neck. This is the head. Yeah. I hate that this is gonna be the fucking thumb torso that works out. Laugh it up out there. I can't believe we're really using the thumb torso. I'm so mad right now. I'm so upset. Now I need to look up. You hold a dang bow and arrow. A mansion of misery. Where's that, right? You know. I'm also kind of not like pulling it, but just like kind of holding it cash. Like before you pull the string. You know? Okay. This kinda helps. This is like this is kind of what I'm going for. Now I just need to find this from like a better angle. They're sitting side tucked towards arm. Oh, string side tucked towards the armpit. I'm gonna say I got no idea what you're saying, but I'm basically picturing like and then goes there. Then this arm is like I guess if it's in front of you, it's kind of like that, and then so that arm's there, and then the string is not pulled at all. Then his other hand is here, and then kind of like that, I guess. Going for something like that. I just need to find a better reference. Because that one picture is exactly what I want, but like I need it from a different angle. Nope, nope, that's the same one. Why do you copy image? There we go. Wow, it's huge, but at least it's the right picture this time. Potentially do something like that. And just like... Okay, yeah, you know what? This will work. So we're just... I can't remember that. Don't need any of this. Sorry, sir. Don't need you. I really need to get rid of all. That's big. Whoa, it's a big bow, you know? Alright. Actually, getting rid of all that part of the picture kind of makes it harder to look at. Actually, make it a little... Put you there. Okay. Okay. So... this shoulder is going to be a bit more back. He's a liar, a good one at that. Hey, what you... Put that ball there, and then this one like that. And then... that. Proportions are off. That's the... Okay, wait. This is kind of Gens. Looking at the little version, the makes it... Oh yeah, I can totally see that. That's too funny. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this on stream before, but it reminds me of that subreddit where it's like... I think it's literally just called misleading thumbnails. And it's like a picture of one thing, but the thumbnail looks completely different. So they'll title it like what it looks like, not what it actually is. Okay. So then... what's the chest? That... I'm also going to have to look up a Greek bow, because obviously I'm not drawing this modern whatever the... Can't really... Yeah, I gotta rotate it. Rotate the board. Alright, so... any lower and the bow kind of like clips into his body. I want to give it plenty of room. All right. Then so this there. Okay. Okay, I think we're kind of getting there. Like that shoulder back more. Up Greek. Yes. I'm assuming that's you giving your approval, in which case, thank you. Go back a little more. So curvy. Bit of a let's just flip. Put that there for a second. We'll erase this other one. That's nice. I guess we don't need a perfectly straight line because he's probably pulling it a little bit, but this would be a straight line. Just so we can line up the strings. This. Do this first. All right. You go there. Then problem before was that string was not lining up. I'll do this first will help. Handle. So, be the handle. String. Okay. Looking better. Let's see through. All right. Alright, so now on the centaur layer. Rid of this. So now. Alright, we gotta fix. Like it needs to. Yeah. Because. Yeah, so if he's pulling the string back. Basically the line of the arrow is, you know, the hand goes there. So the angle the bow's at right now doesn't make sense. That's we gotta rotate. Oh, you didn't have the time, my dear. And you know what? We're gonna do a little perspective, Q, whatever. It's just my inability to think outside the box, I know. She was signed, sealed, and lost at the post. Okay, I think that'll work. Right to Santa go. You put that there. Back to the centaur. So, arrow's gonna follow that. Your interest wane, my dear. And Mary Bobbins and I took her to King. Back and look at the balsam. I see lost in the boat. Somewhere all the letters you write to Santa go. Let's see, make this a little small. You go there. Alright, then the bow, or the arrow, I think that still makes sense. So, like there. Have the string. Go back just a little bit. Rid of the straight line. Okay, yeah, I think that works. Alright, and then so it looks like their fingers kind of go over that part. This fingers would be going in. And you can't really see my arm, but I think that works. Thumb there, so I Okay. I'm actually pretty happy with that. A lot better than... Alright, so now I just have to... Some of the lines where the bow... I'm going to the doctor's on Friday. Will it make me better? They gave me pills of all sorts. I'm going to Friday. Her name is Susan, and she's got a PhD, and I think she likes me. She's always smiling. Don't think I'm wasting your time. Not a drama, peace of mind. You've gotta believe me this time. Help me, Susan, help me, Susan. Help me, Susan, help me, Susan. To stop smoking, but I'll do it anyway. She told me to stop smoking, but I'll do it anyway. I don't care now. Sleep in me. Alright. Drinking, but I'll do it anyway. She told me to stop drinking, but I'll do it anyway. I don't care now. Inside. Alright, it looks like Greek arrows have pretty small points. Stick with that. Better believe me this time. Help me, Susan, help me, Susan. Help me, Susan, help me, Susan. Help me, Susan. Susan. Alright, so... Alright, so... I think this needs to be bigger. Help me, Susan. Help me, Susan. Help me, Susan. Alright, yeah, that looks good. Alright, so if this is his shoulder... That's his shoulder. Where are them titties going? So, I think it's gotta be there. It can't be even down the middle. It's gotta be more over. Okay, I think, alright. And then this. Kind of like that. And then, yeah, his kind of that, sort of. Like his arm's doing that. Transition. Okay. Alright. Let's give him some... And we're gonna... Because I don't feel like drawing a face, so let's look up helmets. We're gonna do a mix of classical, but also... What does this one look like? Alright. I think it's safe of that. I think it's safe to layers. Okay. So here, a lot more curvy than I feel like. stuff. That's there. Okay, shape's close. Not quite there yet. Good enough for now, I think. And then instead of, I know a lot of them have like the, I want to do spikes. Because it seems silly for a creature that is half horse to have a helmet that's basically like a horsetail. And spikes make it feel a little more monstrous, a little more fictional. Let me do this line though. Up a little more. Okay. I think that's a pretty good centaur if I do say so myself. Not gonna leave on. We're moving on. Medusa. It's a me, Medusa. So the thing we have to decide here, Medusa, obviously the snake-haired woman that turns people to stone. Do we want to go human body or snake body? Snake body is more popular. Human body is more traditional. I feel like Hydra's already pretty snaky. So maybe we'll do human body. Keep it simple, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, you know what I kind of want to do? So, all right, first let's get a Gorgoneon for reference. These were essentially depictions of Medusa that was sort of like a talismanic, like warding off evil sort of thing, you know? Why do none of these look like what I'm... Okay, this is kind of what I'm picturing. It obviously gets its name from Gorgon. Kind of like the vibe of this one. So I kind of want to get this vibe in there. But we'll draw the lady. So let's see. All right, thumbnail, speed run. I don't want to make her too like monstrous, you know, so I don't want to do like, also because this pose is kind of hard, like hunched over, you know. I don't want to do that. I think, I mean, I guess it's good to have a mix because like theoretically, you know, this is for that little Greek RPG thing I did, so like if people, I like monsters, but if people want a mix of enemies, you know, it's good to have some more humanoid ones in there. I mean, we got the centaur, we got Charon, Cyclops is kind of in the middle, but yeah, we'll stick humanoid. Oh, I guess some clothing reference. Man, I hate drawing fabric, and Greek is all draped fabric and folds. My good. You know, thank you, eBay, but I don't think woman, adult, ancient Greek costume, toga dress, ancient Roman queen, princess robe is the pinnacle of. I'm gonna stick with the ancient. I mean, in my defense, I did specify ancient in the image. Origins of Greek drapery. Oh god, I think these are AI images. Timeless fashion hub. Kiton. No, probably Python. Wow, tiny. Although the question is this part of her dress or is she literally just holding it? Because that's also gonna affect the pose. eBay just trying to help. You know, Google, there's a reason I specified ancient. And it's specifically because I don't want that. I don't want that. Kite. No, I don't want statues. I want to see what it looks like. Alright, this one looks like she is. Actually, for that matter. I really like this diagram. they're just walking around wearing bed sheets. I mean, that is interesting. Like conceptually, you really just fold it in half and then get this little thing on top, and then just stick your neck through. That's really funny. Yeah, but it looks like that thing is unrelated. This thing. Okay, rid of the that other one. I saw one more that I kind of liked. You never thought of it, so it right? Like that reminds me of back in college whenever the classics group they did like a few public things and like they basically knew how to like fold a bed sheet so it would become a toga. Very interesting. The other problem with these is they're so like not form fitting that like not that it needs to be, but like I want it to look cool, you know? Like tying, yeah, exactly. Tying a tie is witchcraft. All right, yeah, whatever. We'll work off of this one. Medusa and her bed sheet. So look, I feel like I'm picturing something very specific, and if I am, I don't want to like copy it, you know? Well, Googling Medusa pointing is not bringing up anything, so I guess I'm probably not basing it off of anything super specific. But I kind of want to do a pose that's like... Nope, that... Okay. Oh, you know what? Hang on. This is kind of the pose I want. Like a very powerful point, you know? On her wall. Made her artsiness, she got him at the mall. Now we're bound of it all. Alright, so. I feel like it should be... about it. You're standing and pointing. Let's see if I can find a reference. Oh yeah, perfect. Just kidding. Not. Not at all what I wanted, but I kind of like the vibes of this one. Oh, excuse me. Right? Like, put some snakes up there. Bam, that's a Medusa. You wouldn't understand. Mm-hmm. Prototype. Nothing helps. Mm-hmm. Try this again. Um, what is that? Um, a good like. Oh, okay. This might. Kind of want something like. Same picture. Not quite happy with the leg. Oh, okay. This might help. All right. So what if this leg straight up? This one. You go to the side over here. And then kind of leaning back. Now kind of looking down and forward. Arm. I like this. I really want to get like the hand curving upward. Really like that. Okay, yeah, I'm liking this. Could have. Okay, okay, I'm digging this. You gotta. This is Alright, so I'm gonna move the legs over a little. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's get this outfit on her. I love if it's draping. I feel like I made this cool pose and now we're not gonna see it. One thing I hate about going from like poses to like clothes. You go there and then got like a cinched waist, so we'll get that. And then we'll kind of get the vibe of the clothes, I think. And then, so, she is a girl, so she does need titties. Like here, kind of. I don't draw women that often. Poses to closes. Exactly. So, I'll be honest, one of the reasons I don't draw women is because the titties, like, they move around, you know? Like, the pose really changes where they go. Gonna be like, alright, well, that's kind of like, and then, I hate fabric. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's the rest of them. Hey, Labs, hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, sit up straight. I'm sitting up nice and straight. Paint and flames. Ooh, I can't wait to see. And a kneecap. Nice. This almost just looks like a really short skirt if I left it here. um, Fabrics. So I guess that. Right, so that's all right. Really figure out the right. So that'll be there and that one there. Okay, so then if the fabric is going over them, then it goes straight down. Oh, that looks so weird though. We'll come back to that one. So let's. I just very. Man, you can't. Those legs were so good. Now you can't see them at all. When in doubt, just do a lot of lines. Kind of looks right. Then could do like if it's kind of baggy. Oh. So that's supposed to be her side, but it just kind of looks like I made massive titties. But I was trying to, like, if it's loose, you know, you should be able to see the side. Let's just do this. Then, I don't know. It's not quite right, but I think it's besting me. All right, 3 minutes. Let's see if we can finish this before the ad break. All right, so if you're in there and that hangs down, it kind of comes around. Reminder, I'm not getting in the weeds. I'm not getting in the weeds. There's 3 minutes before the ad break, and we're gonna finish Medusa before then. I know. I kind of want her to be but a lot. I mean, this looks like a Medusa to me. I do say, I do declare that's a Medusa. Medusa oblongata. I want to give her like 2 giant snakes, like ponytails or something. Heck yeah. 30 seconds, and oh, I forgot I wanted to get these vibes in. Let's add some big teeth. Oh, do we stick out the tongue too? Oh, that actually looks kind of sick. I kind of love that. Let's do it a little nicer. And then I'll just add a fang. That pose came out so good. Thank you. All right. Commercials. All right. I'm just gonna fix up the fangs a tiny bit before we come back from ads. So technically you're missing it, but everyone's missing it, so, you know, it's fair or whatever. Perfect. Okay, so one more in the bank. I'm gonna stretch my legs, be back in a minute. Oh no. Oh no. Speaking of centaurs, I mean, I know it's Greek mythology in general, but they showed the centaur. Yeah. I don't remember seeing any of these toys in stores. Yay, capitalism! Oh, yeah. Well, Eric's commercial break is over. Okay. Let's try and get one more done today. Sphinx. Sphinx. The little real cat. This is gonna be nice and easy, just a lion with a lady's head. I forget the Greek one usually is portrayed with wings. Hmm. Find a good lion. Start off. That's the most important. Hmm. D. Next time we wed. Next time we wed. It's the ones. And then shoulder. Get an idea of space. This part here. There. Oh, so I wasn't that far off, but yeah, the front leg is actually pretty close, but the back leg needs smaller. Move you. Oh. Make you a little smaller. Go there. Oh, both legs. Or both back legs. So we'll take you first. There we go. Like what I was saying before with like doing things in a way where it all like lines up in the right spots, like still. All right, so you trunk go there. Okay, yeah, that looks better. You. And then I'll just make a little line here so I know that's where that leg goes. And the head kind of like here. Okay. All right, this is going well, I think. And get claws in there. I really wanted the Sphinx to look nonchalant. I was like, lions lounging. And I'd say this is good vibe for what I wanted. Um, perfectly until it backfired at the disco. She slapped me at the disco. Did something. Um, so I'm gonna do air for a minute. Yeah, I like you back here. Rotate. All right. The land. Highway program for broken romance. You can see everybody lonely on the radio. There's another song that goes, "We'll never let you go." Everybody's lonely. Okay, there we go. For a piece of art, Jackson Pollock, gossip. Why's every song about love? Thinking too much, and maybe it's because everybody's lonely on the radio. Another song like "We'll never let you go." And now, a lot of old statue art and stuff kind of do very like stylized wings, like very like straight line. Come out of the shoulder. Like you almost wouldn't see them too much because you're looking at them like dead on. The 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 lady. Will do. Oh, I really like the thought of doing the eyes like that. Like she's like really annoyed. Like, why are you bugging me? You're gonna have to leave your man. I am gonna take my hand. Buzz off, pal. Exactly. Mm-hmm. 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 Understand. You're gonna have to leave your man. Dance him down and take my hand. Man, I hate drawing noses. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to leave your. Here I am, darling. My hand. Well, I think that's good enough. Not getting caught in the weeds. So let's see. I feel like she should have. A lot of older sphinxes are kind of. But I feel that's silly. We have a lot of hair. And then too, with the hair, you can kind of hide some of the where it transforms from lion to lady, so you don't have to worry too hard about it. You gotta let go, oh, oh. And if you hold on, they'll function. You gotta let them go. Mm-hmm. Gotta let go when they get that old. You gotta let go, oh, oh. If you hold on, they'll bite your fingers off and tear you limb from limb. It's second nature to them. Mm-hmm. 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 Gotta let go when they get that old. You gotta. Alright, I think for not getting caught in the weeds, this turned out remarkably well. You gotta just release. Oh, thank you. Still just gotta do the wings. Hmm. Happened it was Darius and Nolan and me. Just a few po' boys trying to get up out of misery. Deanna stopped by the highway to eat. They both had crawfish, strictly chicken for me. As the radio was Southern Soul, he interrupted Clarence Carter with a strange ass local show. They were maybe something like that. Down to Lake Pond. And feed your brain. We'll get to see everything the water can. Now slide out. You think the whole world's going to hell? Great. Doctor Motel, we stop to deliberate. Out of the bite, like a make out of tongue. Stop lungs. Sorry, I'm just looking at reference images, seeing if anything good. To see everything the water can be. Heaven out of there as fast as a Camry could. So I had to take the road through the woods. Like the road disappeared in the rain. Lake launcher train. This was screaming. In the swells, he went out running, and Nolan was going back. Why the hell would they leave the car? That's when I heard it. Make no mistake, the voices were calling them from under the lake. This is a little more, not cartoony, but I don't know. It's not quite what I want, but I think this will be a good basis. Crawfish was screaming, the waves danced in time. And in deeper the water it climbed. Just in terror, lakes open wide, and horribly roaring, it turned them inside. That's how it happened, why would I lie? There are no bodies, I've got none to hide. I'm just a boy, lost his friends in the rain. Any more questions, just go and ask Lake Pontchartrain. Yeah, I think this works. Hi. This work. Oh. I know where the feathers are supposed to be. And you're the cure. This side. Fortunately, on the backs of wings, you don't quite see all the feathers as much. that big, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna call that one done. I'm happy with it. Thank you. So, ooh. There. We stuck to it. We kept it simple, stupid. We got 4 done today. Look at that. And they were 4 of the ones I didn't want to draw as much, which is why I've been putting them off and drawing other ones. Alright, let's cross these suckers off. Centaurs, Medusa, Sphinx. Titans, Typhon, and Echidna is all we got left. Heck yeah. Happy with these. Put these all back in middle. Side. Side. And hell yeah. Once again, to future me / you. Let's be positive. Keep up the good work. No getting caught in the weed. Yeah. I am so productive. Right? Right? I think that went pretty well. Back. That's where we're gonna call it for today. But this has been a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm happy we got 4 of them done. Basically half the list right there. Yeah, today was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. And Labs, any lurkers? I appreciate it. Let's see. What's today? Monday. So tomorrow we will be back for our co-working. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Friday is also busy, so I'm not sure what the second half of the week's going to look like. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead now and say Thursday, nothing. Skip stream. Friday, TBD. We'll see. But either way, I'll be back tomorrow for some co-working, some being productive before the holiday weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Yeah, I think that's everything. See you tomorrow. Bye.